Okay, welcome everyone. This is a brief demo of Mountain CAD's Point Rotator Pro app, soon to be available in the Autodesk Exchange store. As the name implies, it is for rotating points along line work. So I have in this drawing a lot of imported points that come in reading horizontally. The symbols are also horizontal. Okay, and I've got about 1,300 of these, all following tops of curb and picking up catch basins. And what I would like is to use the Kogo points as annotation and symbology to document this plan, but I want the text to read along the road. So I've got some straightaways, which are pretty easy to fix manually. In CAD, we can select a point, rotate point and marker, and turn it. And then I can go to the properties palette and copy those properties to other points that are on the same straightaway. But when we run into curves and a lot of winding road, then that doesn't work out so well. So I'm going to call up the app once I spell it. Okay, so I can rotate Civil 3D points by group. Alright, I can choose just the top of curb group or all points, or I can select points individually from the drawing. If I want to add a couple points from several groups, I can do that. And once the points are selected, I get a final point list and a point count over here, and then I need to tell it what line work to follow, and that's done by selecting by layer. So if I don't recall the layer name, I can use the pick button and I can grab the top of curb layer. Alright, and I should have one layer selected. Alright, and the line work that we support is 2D polylines, AutoCAD lines and arcs, Civil 3D alignment objects, and Civil 3D survey figures. So if you have line work from your fieldbook file, we can just turn the points right to that. Okay, and as a little bit of an extra, we'll also turn block references. You can select all blocks on a particular layer, or by their definition. So for instance, all bounds or benchmarks, or you can just select them individually from the drawing. And same thing for text, which we do select by layer or individually in the drawing. So we can turn points, blocks, and text all to the line work of your choosing. And I'm going to just click OK. And it's going to process the 1,300 points, and they are all turned now to the nearest line work on the layer that I chose. So again, straightaways aren't so bad, but you'll notice along curves, we're now following the curve line work. All right. Now this is a good start. It kind of gets my symbols and text roughly aligned on the right angle, but you'll notice that the catch basins are facing the wrong way on at least one side of the road. Alright, so if you have multiple point styles, you can define a point style for catch basins shot on the south edge or the north edge. And then we have some other helper utilities in Mountain CAD's Civil Express tools, which I have loaded up here. We've got a command called select points on polyline, and I can grab all these north side of the road catch basins just by picking a polyline and giving it a buffer distance to look left or right in case the point's not exactly on the line. And it just selected all the points on that line. Alright. Notice it left the tops of curb alone. They weren't close enough to the buffer that I specified. So now that I've got all those catch basins, I do have a point style with a below caption there. So again, a different insertion point for those. So now I've got my catch basins on the right side of the road. And the same goes for the label text. I can go to the top of curb point group here and give it a typical label to use, like elevation above. And again, that fixes the south side of the road. Now that text is readable. It's off the line work. But the north side, I want that text to be in the road. So again, we can use Civil Express tools, select points on polyline. I'll grab the top of curb line and give that a buffer. Now that I have those, I can go to the properties and override the point group style, give it a different label of elevation below, and kick those into the street where I want them. So there you have it, a couple of utilities from Mountain CAD, points on polyline, and then the star of this video, the Point Rotator Pro. And thank you very much.